Hello everyone. I hope you're all having a beautiful day today and that you're all staying warm and safe in these crazy days with this crazy weather that we're having in parts of the US. Anyway, it's feeling colder here where I am in Florida, and I'm just happy to be where I am. So it has snowed here before. I remember in 1989 it snowed here, and that was a long time ago, but I had to I had to take an exam. I was in college, my first year of college, and the car that I had was a VW Bug, which that was such a fun car to drive. And anyways, it was fun to have that car and learn how to drive stick shift and tote my friends around, while we were in high school and whatnot. But so anyways, it snowed here where I am in Florida, and I had to take an exam. It was one of my finals for that semester in college, and I went outside. There was, I don't know, maybe quarter of an inch of snow on the ground, and I went to open my car and the locks were frozen. I didn't know what to do, being a Florida girl. I'm like, what? It doesn't snow here. Well, anyways, apparently it does. So, but eventually I was able to get a hold of my professor to let him know what was going on. And I got to school eventually, a little bit late, but managed to take my exam, and that was that. So things happen for a reason. Everything does, I feel, and timing is everything. So for those of you out there who maybe you feel certain ways about certain things, and that's totally your opinion, and that's fine. We all have a right to our own opinions, and I don't know why I'm going here, but I am. And anyways, let me, if you don't mind, stop right there. And I want to play, I have a new singing bowl that I got last week, and this bowl is so pretty to me. So this resonates with the crown chakra being purple, and it's really very pretty. I think I played this the last time, and I know I haven't done a Zoom in about a week. Just haven't been feeling up to it. I was a little under the weather earlier part of the week, but I'm feeling better now, and I guess it's on with the show, right? So I don't know if you guys like my background. I just created this with the elephants walking, and I think it's really pretty, and I do love elephants. I think they're incredible beings, and they're super, super intelligent, and they're really ruled by a matriarch unit or family, and they're very special, very powerful beings, and I absolutely love them. And there's also a special place called Myakka Elephant Ranch, and that's in the area that I'm in. So I'm in Southwest Florida. But if you have the opportunity to go there, I encourage you, please do, because it's a conservation space, and they teach you more about elephants. And if you can do the full day experience, you definitely, I think, would love that. And it's really just a nice, special time to be there in the presence of these great beings. And so with so much craziness going on in the world, and abuse and torture, and I think greed, that occurs everywhere, and too when it comes with animals. So I don't like that. So anyways, you guys know I take you on the roller coaster ride of wherever the thoughts in my head take us. So I'm going to play my bowl for a little bit. Hopefully I can get it going for you, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, here we go. It takes some getting used to. The metal bowls are a little more, I think, challenging to play versus the crystal bowls. Now I do have a crystal bowl, which I just had out earlier for somebody doing a distant healing with, and it was very uplifting. And I think things resonated with that individual, and I certainly hope that she is happy with the information that I shared with her. So anyways, I can get that crystal bowl out in just a little bit, but before I do, I would like actually to pull a card for all of you. So today I'm going to pull from the Rumi Oracle deck. It's a larger deck, and it's full of, I think, powerful messages. So, as you know, I don't usually read the whole entire message printed in the book that comes with this deck, but I'll read parts of it, and I think whatever resonates with you, if you accept it and hold on to that, think about it, and then release it. Keep what resonates, release what doesn't. So, but this is all meant for good, and I do use oracle cards to kind of answer specific questions that might flow through. And it just, I think it adds some truth to the questions that we seek. So let me shuffle one more time and then I'll split the deck. Okay. By the way, the music that you hear in the background is a 528 hertz frequency, and it's very peaceful, very calming and tranquil. Okay, so one flew out. Okay, this is called Dance of the Divine Feminine. Dance of the Divine Feminine. Can you guys see that okay? All right. This is card number 42 out of the Rumi Oracle deck. This is written by Alana Fairchild. And the images are by someone with the name Rasuli. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Anyways, so Dance of the Divine Feminine. I think this is pretty powerful. You have your light and then your dark. It's as if we're on the edge of the universe. Divine Feminine, goddess-like energy. Love and light flows through. Breaking the darkness, allowing light to enter as she flows through this space and time and world. She brings goodness and love with her. She has no room for hate. She has only room for love and light. Caring for those less fortunate. Showing them the way. This is what they're telling me. Let's see what the book says. Okay. 42. Okay, Dance of the Divine Feminine. And this is a poem translated by Rasuli that Rumi wrote. Okay, if you don't know who Rumi is, please look him up. There's all kinds of information online about him. And from ancient Persia is where he came from. Anyways, Dance of the Divine Feminine. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the saw or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped to flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. And that's by Rumi. This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it's being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down, and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallet dropping to the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows you just want to be put down, to have a moment to become or to come to your senses. If you just accept the great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping, and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling, and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. Soon you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held onto appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts, the changes take place around you. Your center will remain strong. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief as it shall bring to you. Let me repeat that. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you. But perhaps some shaking about is required. First, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart center. There is something you are holding on to. A person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow. and support and less bashing. If you can let it happen, it will happen. So the honoring ritual for this card, Dance of the Divine Feminine. Look. Say the following aloud. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Repeat that 3 times, or however many times it feels necessary for you. Believe in what you are saying. You'll know when that happens, because you will feel more peace and presence within. And then you will have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Once again, what the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. Well, that was special, I think, on a lot of different levels. And back to this card, what I see and feel, I told you earlier, and that just came through. And I really feel in these times, because we're in a spiritual war, we have to allow the divine love and light of God to flow through us. Politics aside, because that seems to tick a lot of people off when you voice your opinion about what you believe in. So politics aside, I don't talk about that. I've been yelled at. I've been called names. All right. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this. Divine love and light that flows from source through each one of us or into us. Goodness knows who we are. And it flows accordingly. Okay, I hope this resonated with somebody out there. I hope you got something from that. And one more time, actually, I'm going to play you my little chimes. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day. Stay warm out there. Be safe. Trust and believe that your higher self guides you to the best place that you need to be. Whether that's here or on the other side of this facade, of this veil that unless you know, unless you've been there and seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then when you do wake up and you're ready to experience something amazing, something powerful and good, then message me. I've helped. I'm not bragging. I have helped many people. And the things that come through, they're not I'm not saying it. It's coming from divine. It's coming from spirit. So, yes, I'm speaking these words right now, but the messages that come through during a Reiki session, that's coming from divine. There's no ego, none of that. That's going to block things. And I don't think anyone in their right mind can give a healing Reiki session to somebody if ego is in the way. That's not right. Same thing with being a nurse. With all these crazy people out there nowadays threatening the lives of those doing their jobs, that's pretty scary. So for those of you who know, you know, and that's all you need to know. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, happy day. And oh, that was kind of a dud. There we go. Thank you. Talk to you all the next time.